is Oxygen. We're in Punchestown. This is clearly it's Dave Fanning and Jenny Houston. Dave's you've just come on air, off air, but you go to a lot of festivals, and over the years, I mean, from the early days, I presume Fela every year.
Yeah, of course. Every single Fela was like a mecca. You had to go. I mean, Liz doing Varna. I can remember Get to the Point, as in Carnsore Point. Can I go back further? I was at one in New York once with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And do you know what happened? I've got to tell you what happened.
Like post-Woodstock kind of vibe.
Oh, much post-Woodstock. Oh, God, yeah. It was 1974, 75. And I'll tell you what happens. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young and Joni Mitchell and a few others. And Evel Knievel was jumping Grand Canyon or whatever at the time. And Neil Young came on, did a solo set, and he says, you know what he says? I'll tell you in 20 minutes when I've finished my solo set if he's dead or alive. And then he said at the end, it was a cheat, it was a con. He got 20 million for pretending to jump across. Anyway, that's what happened. All the festivals. Yeah, I mean, jeez. Yeah.
I mean, you spent a lot of time flying back and forth over to LA and doing big interviews, you know, like your heroes like John Bon Jovi and stuff like that.
Come on, John, my best pal, John. He owns a football team, you know, John does.
What?
He owns an airline, I think, as well, yeah.
Which is the band that owns funeral parlors?
Funeral parlors?
One
that's
rock
pretty
band.
cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
one rock band
Really?
is funeral
band
parlors. It
funeral
might be the
parlors.
Chili Peppers.
Really?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I thought you would know that.
They make a lot of money out of those albums, which are quite kind of dodgy anyway, half them. Anyway, they've got a new album coming out, I believe, as well. I've heard 2 songs from it and it means nothing to me. Anyway, other festivals, let me just think. What else? I think there's been very good ones like in the west of Ireland. I remember a Galway one, which I can't even remember what the festival was called. The Undertones played in the pouring rain. It was absolutely fantastic. Chuck Berry in Riverstown, I remember that one with the Blades and support. Fantastic. But that was a long time ago.
Chuck Berry was in okay.
Chuck Berry, he arrives over in this limousine. It was in a field, and the limousine was like, and he just steps out of the car. He was Chuck Berry, and he picks up a local band. He picked up Freddie White's band, because so long as the band can play 4 chords, that's the band he plays with. Always gets paid front first. I saw the promoter handing him the money, then he went up on stage. Fantastic. That's the way to do it.
Old school. Brown envelope.
Absolutely.
The whole way. Cash.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was a little satchel.
Satchel.
Is that the right word for it? Yeah. Do people still use words like that? Like things like saucer. Do people say saucer anymore?
Saucer and milk.
I just say small plate. Or how about trousers? Do people use the word trousers?
Trousers,
anymore?
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway.
It depends on the country. But from the point of view of the way things have changed, I mean, obviously, you know, there's more money, there's bigger sponsorship, there's all that sort of happening. But do you think the lineups are better?
Well, the bigger sponsorship, man, we've sold out to the man. That's the problem. I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't at Woodstock 2004 or 99 or whatever it was. But if you think of the original Woodstock or the original Isle of Wight 68 to 70 and all that kind of stuff, and then watch what happened with Woodstock 40 years later, you realise, okay, to hell with it. Just rope in with the whole thing and give your songs to ads. Who cares anymore? It doesn't make any difference, you know. But the difference between the two Woodstocks was not just 40 years, it was about 200 years.
But like now that you have these mega stars like Beyonce playing, you know, and Coldplay, you've got the Foo Fighters, you've got Arctic Monkeys, you've got Black Eyed Peas. The fact that the festival now ranges from MTV Pop to the dance stars, you know, you've got your Left Fields and your Calvin Harrises.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? Is it good to suit all genres in one festival?
I suppose it is. I mean, people are saying that Sunday night's going to be the biggest night, and you would think Friday and Saturday might be. And one of the reasons Sunday night is the biggest night is because Beyonce is playing.
Yes, 100%.
So it's as simple as that. You know, sure, why not? Absolutely. Yeah, people all want to go to festivals every single time. It used to be a rock kind of thing, full stop. It's not anymore. Things move on. Great.
Are you going to be out in the mud?
Are you telling me that there's mud out there? I thought it was just mud yesterday.
It's drying. No, it's not bad.
It's drying.
It's not bad.
Yeah, exactly,
it's drying. But
I'll go out and see a few things.
Are you going to go to the field then, the dry field?
Of course, I might go out and see Foo Fighters later on, but it might be past my bedtime. I don't know. I'm not 100%
I really
sure
doubt it somehow. And what about tomorrow? Will you be back for the National or Beyonce?
Tomorrow I will be back, and one of the things I want to see, weirdly enough, the one I want to see over the whole weekend is on at the same time as Beyonce, because I've never seen Bright Eyes and I'd like to see Bright Eyes. He's headlining one of the stages. I can't remember which one the two.
And is he finishing? He's packing in the band. That's right here.
Yeah, well, he's going to stop being that name, but I mean, he'll still be the man himself.
Conor Oberst in some other form.
Conor Oberst, it is. Like, let's face it, what is Bright Eyes? It's him anyway. It's like Bon Iver will probably come to Dublin soon, or he is coming to Dublin soon with a band, but it's him.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to go and see.
Okay, so Bright Eyes instead of Beyonce and Coldplay.
And then, is the Killers really Brandon Flowers? You see, same thing.
Ronnie Vanucci, some drummer.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll have to go off somewhere else.
And
now,
Dave wrote the lyric, I'm Mr. Brightside,
Not
I think.
the point. The point about it is that Brandon has a solo career now that's flourishing. So it's, the band is on hiatus. If I keep making more money as a solo artist, hey, I'll stay solo. That's the way it goes.
Destiny's Child all over again.
Then again, it was the other way around with Sting, wasn't it? No matter how big he was, he still went back with the Police for the kind of mortgage tour, you know?
The mortgage tour, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's not on the bill that you really wish was on the bill?
Oh, Bob Marley and the Wailers. John Lennon. People like that, you know. Jimi Hendrix, I like to see him eating his guitar and burning it, you know. That's the kind of thing. I remember that back in the Isle of Wight. No, I didn't see it, but I remember seeing it on TV. It's fantastic. On the Isle of Wight '69. Brilliant. Actually, I was at the Isle of Wight Festival 3 weeks ago, and it was great.
Did you go to that one?
Yeah, I was
good.
on stage, the whole Foo Fighters thing. By God, your man gives it 100%.
He rocks. I'm sorry. I think a lot of people don't necessarily listen to the Foo Fighters at home, but live, I think they're hard to beat.
They are absolutely brilliant,
know.
and he has great fun with the drummer because the drummer's had a few solo albums out. Boy, does he make a fool of the drummer. Hey, Taylor, your albums are crap. Now, come on, give us a solo. That kind of stuff. He'll probably do that tomorrow night as well. And he played for about 3 hours. He was absolutely
And
brilliant.
they're
There's no question.
proper
Do you
masculine,
hold on.
hairy men.
Do you not think that there is an element of a masculine, hairy men who are very good looking as well, which kind of helps? Do you not
Tattoos.
think in some ways, though, there's something about Foo Fighters that they tick all the right boxes? Everything is rock by numbers in some ways. I don't mean that as bad as it sounds. Like,
Yeah.
there's no dirty edges. I like some dirty edges, you know.
Well, I like Foos, but I think them Cricket Vultures were a bit dirtier. They were a bit harder.
That's probably better. That's
And
probably
that's
the most
them,
right.
and
or
I
even
think the
Eagles and
Queens
death metal kind of stuff.
yeah.
Just get it out there, you know. Having said that, fine, Foo Fighters, they're great, and I'll watch them tomorrow night.
I think I'll be
They're
very happy for
Oh,
Arctic
tonight. Are
Monkeys,
they
Foo
on tonight?
Fighters.
They are,
Yeah,
yeah.
they are. I think it'll be great. Okay. Well, we'll be back at it tomorrow.
We will indeed, yeah.
And-
And by Monday morning and by Tuesday, we'll be all absolutely wrecked, as usual. I certainly will be anyway.
But happy. Battle worn.
Indeed,
And
Jen.
muddy.
Indeed. So who are you going to see later on?
Arctic Monkeys and Foo Fighters, and I think that's all that really matters to me today. Tomorrow, I'd like to see a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to check out a little bit of Crystal Castles and Friendly Fires and see a little bit of electropop, and then see Jenny and Johnny.
Jenny and Johnny I'd love to see. That's a great
I'd
album.
like to see a little bit of Bright Eyes, and I have to see the National.
Yes, well, again.
I know.
They've taken up a residency, and do you know what the residency
but I
is?
love them.
Ireland. They just keep playing here all the time.
No, the thing is that they're that big now everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
yeah.
do love
They are
them.
the big. Well, and the current album, which is the most kind of commercial, if you like,
High
has put them
Violet,
right
yeah.
up there, and it's great.
It's beautiful,
absolutely
it's
great.
stunning.
Album number 5, and it's very good. Yeah. No
Okay.
question.
Mr. Fanning, till tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Jenny. I'll see you later on at
Day
something.
2.
Day 2, one more to go,
Yeah.
and then it's Electric Picnic. What the hell was that all about?